Welcome to day 4 of this Hunkydory Christmas extravaganza. And today we have some foiled beautiful baubles and some foiled festive wishes. Well, it's tons of sentiments actually.
Two beautiful bauble kits that create these wonderful ornaments that you're going to see, and also lots and lots of festive foiled wishes.
Say that 3 times fast. Come play with us. Well, here are the 3 kits that we're showing, the baubles and the festive wishes. I'm going to set this one aside and let's focus on the baubles.
Right. These beautiful baubles. There are 2 packages, 2 different color schemes, and in each package you're going to get 10 of these bauble sheets, and you can make, there are also 2 different designs in them, and you're going to get 2 large baubles, that supersized baubles you can make.
About 5.5 inches wide.
Right, and 4 smaller ones which are 4 inches across.
Yeah.
So 6 out of each kit that you can create.
So for a little over $1 each, not too bad. You're going to have the instructions in each of them, and the difference is one set has gold foiling, the other set has silver foiling.
Right,
so,
and different designs as well.
Yeah, right. So in looking at this, now this is not the adorable scoreable because that would really be far too thick.
Right.
But they are die cut, they are foiled, and they are just all ready. So not only die cut, but they're also scored. So we'll show you that. But just to go through the artwork, you can see there's going to be multiple designs of each. Right. So
there
as
are 2,
I show you.
So there are 2 different designs.
Okay.
You're going to get. You're going to get 5 sheets of this variety, and then 5 of this kind.
And these are all the gold foil.
And you mix and match each one of these, and you're going. You see what you see here are smaller circles and larger circles. You're going to use all of the small circles for the smaller 4-inch bauble, and you're going to use the larger ones to create the 5.5 inch bauble. And you'll need 20 of each of these to create a bauble.
Okay, so this is the gold set. Now the silver set is going to go more into the purples and
burgundies,
right.
And sort of a lilac look. You get some dark grays and browns. Just beautiful. So these are the 2 designs. There are 5 of each of these sheets that you see.
Right.
And they also come with sentiment. So when you're done with your bauble, you can add a sentiment up on top onto the ribbon. You'll see what that looks like.
Well, and as we scoot these away, let's show you what they look like. Now, this is the 4-inch bauble, and this is obviously out of the gold foil.
Right.
And that's what you meant about having the different colors together.
Right. You're going to put together, you can put them together in any way that you like. It's nice to mix and match the colors, and they are already scored and ready to go. And I have something set up here. I can sort of show you how that's put together.
Let's do that. Now this is the messages that you said are on there, so you get them to attach on each side of the ribbon.
I like that you can back them so you can have a message on both sides.
Now that's
the ribbon is not included with the kit.
Oh, good to mention. Now that's the 4-inch size. This is the 5.5-inch size. So just so you can see the
beautiful.
difference.
You can imagine these hanging from a doorway maybe, or you can take several of them and put them in a nice big bowl on a table for a centerpiece.
Okay, let's show how to do this.
Okie dokie. I've got some of the die cuts I've already popped out. You're going to pop out, if you're going to make the small one, you use this smaller size, and I've actually popped out 20 of them. I have 5 of them sitting here. And following the instructions that they give you, they give very clear instructions. It talks about choosing 20 of whatever design you like, and you're going to start with the first 5. Since they are already scored, I'm going to fold them back so that they're already ready to go. I've done that, and then I'm going to start gluing the edges together. For the first 5 pieces, you're going to glue them together in a circular shape. It's going to make like a bowl. And I have some tacky glue here that I'm going to use. You can use tacky glue, you can use a glue stick if you think it's strong enough to hold it together. I kind of like the tacky glue better. You can also use Ultra Tape.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I think I'd go with the Ultra Tape.
Well, and here, I'll tell you what, I talked to Lene about it because she put together a couple of these, and she said that when she tried to use the alter tape, you couldn't move them around and get the edges even.
Right.
And so she preferred to use the glue just because it was a little easier, it was a little more forgiving.
That's right.
If you feel like you can put it on just right the first time, then go ahead and use the alter tape. It'll keep them together. They will not come apart, so that's nice. So I'm going to think of a point right in the center here, and I'm going to start putting those together, and imagine that that's my center point. I'm going to glue the edges together, try to match them up, sort of pinch them together. I'm going to put the next one, okay, I've got the glue on the right side, right there. So there's my center point right there, and that's the point that I'm going around to create this sort of bowl shape of these 5. And I'm going to keep going around. Another thing that I found handy is that we sell something called Wonder Clips. And if you're trying to put this together and they won't, stay together right away, you can put a little Wonder Clip on there while you're working.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that was a great idea. So while they're drying, it doesn't take long to dry, but that helps to get them all put together quickly.
Maybe a binder clip would work too.
Sure, but these are great. I love, they're small and handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the 5 of them around there, trying to line up those edges as much as I can, because I don't really want that's what Lene said meant about if they're off a little bit, then you've got this white showing. And so she liked the fact that with the glue she could adjust it a little bit.
Okay.
So now I'm at the last edge. I've got glue on that final edge. I put it together and hold it together for a few seconds. And then
that's
will
that
be
cup
the
shape
top.
it's starting to form.
Sort of a bowl shape right at the top. And I'm going to pull that right back apart because on one of these you have to put ribbon in the center. I made a loop. I put a knot right down there at the bottom. I'm going to put that in the center there. I'm going to have that coming up through that hole, that sort of tiny little hole right in the center. Now I'm going to glue those right back together. There we go.
Another reason for using them.
Yeah. So there we go. We've got that. That clip was holding. I'm going to move the clip over here so it'll hold that together. And that is the top part, which is like a bowl shape. Now, what I have done is I went ahead and created another one, which that is going to be the bottom. But there's more than just those. You can see that that's not quite there yet. Then you take 10 of them and put them together in a string. This is all in the instructions, very simple to follow. So just back and forth, I've glued the edges together to create this ring, and then you glue the ring together. So the next thing I do is grab my glue. I don't know why I put it so far away. And I'm going to glue those edges, that final edge of that ring. It's going to be just like that. And when they go together, it's kind of a natural where they stick together. You don't have to worry too much about that. It goes right there, and it just fits perfectly. And now you've got this center ring.
Do you want a little hook here to hold it?
Well, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. There you go.
Then we glue the top to the bottom. Right, so we're just going to make sure that all of those pieces are folded back, because that is where the top and the bottom piece are going to be glued onto.
And all of those folds are exactly the same. They're all valley folds.
Right, they're all valley folds, so it's the top and the bottom. You get it all ready all the way around. This is a really fun project, and once you do, you can sort of let it sit just like that.
That's nice.
And then we'll go ahead and put the glue on. Let's see, I'll put the glue on this part here. So just a little bit of glue, and I like to try to get it toward the edges, because that's sort of
where the curve is.
Right, the crucial part where you want that glued onto. Then I'll just set this on top of here. If I was really paying attention, I would look and see which color is matching up with which, in case I didn't want them two colors matching together, if I wanted opposite colors.
But, with the darks and the lights,
right,
maybe.
Let's go ahead and let's put a clip on a couple of places. Yeah, then I'll put them on one at a time. Oh, I'm trying to scoot it. There we go.
There you go.
There's one. And then maybe on the opposite. So these clips are just, they're kind of invaluable for this.
Yeah, wonder clips.
You could just sit here and hold on to it.
You could.
There.
But we can't.
That's good. That's good. So that's the bottom. And then you do the same to the top. Right. I'm not going to do it, but this is already glued in place. And so the same with the top. You just set it on there, you glue it in place, and you have a finished bauble with that ribbon around coming out the top.
And as you said, you were working on the silver set. So here is a 5.5 inch. You can make 2 of those. And here is the 4 inch, and you can make 4 of those. And
out of one kit.
Out of one kit,
you'll
right.
get 6, and there are 2 kits that we're showing you today.
And so here's the gold, the 4 inch. And here's the gold 5.5 inch. And like you were saying, obviously as ornaments, I can kind of see them hanging at different
Right.
links in a doorway.
In a doorway, or with hanging maybe from a mantle with the fir boughs up above it or something.
And what a great exchange gift for at work, or if you want to give a little something to a babysitter or hairdresser.
You can even add a few jewel dazzles
You
to
certainly
these, and
could.
make them sparkle a little more, and add a little bit more, add some twine up at the top or something. Just lots of
For
ideas.
a little over $1 each, not bad. Okay, now let's go into our foiled festive wishes. Now this has also gold and silver. That seems to be our theme today. So there are 2 designs, and there are 10 sheets of each, and there are 210 of one,
Right.
200 of the other.
But they each come in all of these fabulous different colors, and so the golds come in many colors as well as the silver.
And let me just page through each of them. So what I appreciate is that this is the gold, but you get it not only on this bright red, but on a medium red and on a burgundy.
So that's just wonderful. Lots of
Yes.
different papers that those will match immediately. So in each one of these, you're going to get 10 sheets. They're different colors, same design but different colors.
Right.
Lots to choose from. How many were there altogether?
There
in this?
are 410 altogether.
410
Yes.
sentiments. This
Such
is
a deal.
wonderful. So you can use these not only for cards and for scrapbooking, but you could use them just as Christmas tags.
I
gift
guess you
tags.
can.
Sure.
And so many times it's that extra sentiment that you're missing. So
Right.
here's the second sheet of designs. And same thing, it's going to be in all those colors and some different colors.
These
yeah.
are definitely some different colors that go with this beautiful, beautiful silver foiling. And what I love is all of the different sizes and shapes.
Yes.
You get lots and lots of tags here. You're getting circles, you're getting ovals, you're getting these little clipped corners, some kind of fancy trim. And it's just lots, some of them will be big, huge focals, and some of them will just
Right.
be additional. I love the pastels too.
Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now what can you do with them?
Okay, let's see.
Here we go. Here is one example, and this is on the gold set. The gold set for this one, which we have also put behind it using the 8 circles
and scallops, and you've got the black suede.
Right.
So that's just a nice little punch.
And
for
this is
that.
the silver.
And that's a silver.
So they've been mixed.
They've been mixed and matched, and here's a little gold one down here, Festive Wishes. This is done using the Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Paper pack.
Just a little corner of it.
Right, and I think this is the Christmas Sweets ribbon.
Could be.
Actually, because it's got that nice twine in there.
Right, but isn't that just a nice way to go? Now, let me show you something else. This one, I
beautiful.
personally love the white on white look.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just gorgeous. And when Debbie did this, she did the embossing folder. So if we can see, there you go, you can see it made.
I think one of the design toolkits was used
Yes.
as well to cut out. So this top piece is embossed. You've got a background that's embossed, a little bit of stays on silver on the edges to make it stand out.
And then this is the sentiment that we were talking about. Now, Debbie struggled a little bit because she said, well, what about if it were just the white look? And oh, isn't that
Beautiful.
so pretty? That's with the white jeweled flowers.
Right, white jeweled flowers. So this is another one of a little bit of a pastel color instead of that white tech. Just beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? So you've got some options. So
Right.
I told her, let's show it both ways because I think it's just such a beautiful
So you
look.
can add a little bit of pop of red or whatever other color, or you can leave it white and silver.
And this is the red burlap flowers, and this is the white jeweled. And then on the inside, another piece that was embossed, and a little bit of silver on the edges, and another
this
of the
stays on
tags.
silver, cut out with one of the design toolkits, and look at the gallery to figure out which one there.
Isn't that just gorgeous?
Just
Absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous.
What a great design.
And then we've taken some of the sentiments, you can see there's a whole string of them.
That's great. It's like a bunch of ornaments sort of popping out at you with all of these different Christmas wishes, third time's a charm, and this great foil paper toll of that Santa is just beautiful. And this is done on the oval swing card.
Right.
It's a die cut card.
It's a die cut card or it's a template, so we have it both ways. And this is the Santa, the Jolly Santa foil.
So that was stacked on top there to get that Santa on the left, and then when you open it up, more wishes on the inside. So all of those were taken from one sheet. I mean, there's lots more left on that sheet, but they're all the same color with that gold foiling, and I love that it's paired up with the gold jewel dazzles here on the edge.
That's right.
It's a fun look.
And did we open it? Did we play that? Okay,
Yeah,
good, because I was over here looking for the next card.
And that's that great swing mechanism that we're talking about.
That's right.
On those die cut cards. They do have patterns to cut the paper for the card as well.
Yeah. Speaking of that, this is a pop-up slider card. So this is the giant die cut piece that you have. Here's a smaller one
down below.
And then as we open this up, it slides up to reveal another message on the inside.
Sentiment. And underneath these sentiments and around these sentiments are the poinsettia, the tiny poinsettia dazzles.
This is the 3-pack, and as you can see, the red ones were just completely ignored. Simply went to the gold ones and the leaves.
Well, it's because they went so well with that label, and there's a tan suede. And the whole thing was done on the pop-up slider, with the pop-up slider card template, which is shows you exactly how to do. All the instructions are there for cutting from cardstock and putting this all together.
And this is also using the tan suede paper, so it's there and it's also on the inside.
And this is from the, let's see, what
these are the
called?
pearl sheets.
The pearl sheets. There are gold and silver within that pack.
And these are self-adhesive also.
Right, so that's a 6-pack. They're just beautiful, very easy to use. And so it was easy to put the cover piece on here. You just follow the paper patterns for that. But I just love the label all by itself is just a beautiful focal.
It's such an elegant look.
It is.
Just such an elegant look. Now we also have this card. Now this card has been sanded and distressed, and what I think is so fun about it is this diagonal shape that is going to hold some of these tags.
Right, so you've got this
done.
great pocket for these extra tags. I think maybe it was 2 pockets there, one for each.
Could
and
be.
Another interesting thing about these tags in particular is that each one of them were sanded and distressed just a little bit to go with the look. I think this one was even inked and then sanded.
You can see. So you have options in addition to these, but by having that foiling and having that beginning point, you can do a lot of different things. And on the inside, more with the layering.
Right. I'm pretty sure this was done with the design toolkit. So, check the gallery to see which one.
And this was also done using the red velvet, which I thought was an interesting, because this isn't necessarily a Christmas paper pack,
but it works perfectly.
It does. And the addition of the red jewel borders, you can see that that just plays beautifully along the edges.
Little ribbon and twine up at the top from one of our ribbon sets.
And yet these really do shine as the star, and nice having those different reds so that you can be sure to match. And scrapbookers, look how you can use this, thank you. And this is a full sheet. This happens to be a foil sheet. It is this one with the corner snowflakes, and it has been trimmed down a little bit, put on black cardstock.
So that you can see that matted edge, but it's a nice backdrop for these photos, and there's all your journaling in just tags. So this is great, the silver edge tags for this, in addition of some, I believe that's iris suede used to mat the photos.
That's right, and the silver, we've got Let It Snow right here with snowflakes. Isn't that fun to let that come off? Warm Winter Wishes, and we have done some of the dazzles. Again, that will be in the gallery.
So no computer journaling necessary here. You can just slap on your little tags and there you go.
That's a benefit.
Instant journaling.
So 410 of the foiled messages, as well as
lots of
baubles that you can use
lots of
places.
Just everywhere. And so We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll wind up our Hunkydory Christmas week of Webisodes. See you then.